morning. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source only here, the Daily Tribune. We're now live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and a Daily Tribune official on TikTok. For today's headlines. The House Committee on Justice will begin reviewing this week two impeachment complaints against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to determine if they meet constitutional requirements to proceed. Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco said ASEAN ministers and their delegations praised the Philippines' hosting of the ASEAN Tourism Forum and the Foreign Ministers meeting. Authorities are intensifying the probe into the MV Trisha Kirsten 3 ferry disaster, examining possible safety lapses, regulatory violations, and reports that a different vessel was used for the January 29 voyage. Navota's Representative Toby Chanco urged the NBI to send a high-level delegation to Interpol headquarters in Lyon, France, to personally follow up on the red notice request against former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Elizalde Saldico. Iran has declared European Union countries' armies terrorist groups, following the EU's decision to apply the same designation to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The NTC exceeded its 2025 revenue collection target by 41%, generating additional funds that will be remitted to the National Treasury for government programs, including digital infrastructure and public connectivity services. Music's A-listers are set for Sunday's Grammy Awards, the industry's biggest night, with superstars like Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, and Lady Gaga hoping to make history in Los Angeles. Signal is dedicating its run in the 2026 PVL All-Filipino Conference to its men's counterpart, following a shocking leave of absence in the Spikers' turf. Today is the 2nd of February 2026, Monday, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. The shear line and the northeast monsoon will bring cloudy skies and rains to parts of the country today. Visayas, Luzon, Masbate, Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, and Surigao del Sur may experience scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms with possible flash floods or landslides. Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon will have isolated light rains due to the northeast monsoon. Most of Luzon and Visayas will see moderate to strong winds and moderate to rough coastal waters, while Mindanao will have light to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas. Now for a traffic update. Light traffic is reported at Balintawak Cloverleaf southbound, Balintawak Toll Plaza, approaching Mindanao Toll Plaza, Bocaue Toll Plaza, and San Fernando northbound and southbound lanes. All other areas of NLEX, Asatex, and NLEX connector, including toll plazas and interchanges, are also experiencing light traffic conditions. Motorists are advised to stay alert and follow traffic advisories for a safe and smooth trip. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. The House Committee on Justice will start hearing this week on two impeachment complaints against President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to determine if they meet constitutional standards in form and substance. Committee Chair Representative Terry Redon said that the review will be evidence-based, noting that allegations such as the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte and the use of unprogrammed appropriations may fall short of impeachable offenses. Complainants will be heard as lawmakers stress impeachment is Congress's sole prerogative and must rest on facts and constitutional grounds. Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco said ASEAN ministers and delegates lauded the Philippines for successfully hosting the ASEAN Tourism Forum 2026 and the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting in Cebu, citing Filipino hospitality, local cuisine, tourism sites, and quality accommodations. Frasco credited the National Organizing Committee, the President, the First Lady, LGUs, tourism frontliners, and the volunteers for the smooth execution. The forum closed with cultural performances and the formal turnover of ATF hostings duties to Singapore. Authorities are intensifying the investigation into the MV Trisha Kirsten 3 ferry disaster, focusing on safety violations, a possible last-minute vessel swap, and regulatory compliance after survivors reported inaccessible life vests, missing names on the passenger manifest, and potential overloading. Marina said that the sunken ferry may not have been the originally scheduled vessel for the 29th January voyage. The death toll has risen to at least 39, with several passengers still missing, as the Coast Guard, Marina, and local authorities continue search operations and review the operator's safety practices. Now, Navota's representative Toby Chanko is urging the NBI to send senior officials to Interpol headquarters in Lyon, France, to follow up on its months-old request for a red notice against former Acobicol Party-less representative Elizalde Saldico, facing corruption, malversation, and plunder charges. Chanko criticized the delays in Interpol's response, stressing that a red notice is key to limiting cost movements and preventing evasion. Ko recently signed a petition before the Supreme Court in Sweden on the 15th of January, prompting authorities to push for urgent measures to expedite its potential extradition. Now, Iran has labeled the armies of European Union countries as, quote, terrorist groups, in response to the EU's designation of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organization. Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf said. Lawmakers wore IRGC uniforms, chanted anti-Western slogans, and cited a 2019 countermeasure law. The IRGC, responsible for protecting the Islamic Revolution, has been accused by the West of violently surpassing protests. The EU's action mirrors similar moves by the US, Canada, and Australia, and comes amid rising tensions with the US, though both sides remain open to dialogue. The National Telecommunications Commission surpassed its 2025 revenue target by 41%, collecting 9.331 billion pesos to 2.709 billion pesos above its 6.622 billion peso goal. Stronger enforcement and improved compliance on spectrum fees, permits, and regulatory payments drove the surplus. All funds are remitted to the National Treasury to support government programs, including digital infrastructure, public connectivity services, and the free Wi-Fi program, reinforcing sound public finance and inclusive national development. Now, Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, and Lady Gaga are vying for Album of the Year at Sunday's Grammys in Los Angeles, with Lamar leading 9 nominations for GNX, Gaga 7 for Mayhem, and Bad Bunny 6 for Debe Tirar Mas Fotos. Other nominees include Sabrina Carpenter, Leon Thomas, Tyler the Creator, Clips, and Justin Bieber. Performances feature Gaga, Bieber, Carpenter, Bruno Mars, Lauryn Hill, and a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. The awards highlight a younger, more diverse voting body, with comedian Trevor Noah hosting the broadcast at 5 p.m. local time. Now, Signal's women's team is dedicating its 2026 PVL All-Filipino Conference run to the men's team after its sudden leave of absence from the Spikers' turf. Motivated to uphold the Signal legacy, the Super Spikers opened the season with a 3-0 sweep over Galleries Tower. The men's team, a decorated club with 9 titles since 2015, helped launch stars like Mark Espejo and Brian Baguñas. Players say the men's exit has fueled their drive to honor the organization and aim for their first league championship. Now, a quick look at today's horoscope. Today calls for curiosity and focus, Gemini. Your mind is buzzing, your phone won't stop ringing, and boredom has no place today. With so many ideas and tasks, staying organized is key. Start with your 3 top priorities and treat everything else as a bonus. This approach keeps your energy flowing without feeling scattered, letting your curiosity and social vibes work in your favor. Now, Katribu, did you know that on February 2nd, 1987, the Philippines ratified its current constitution through a nationwide plebiscite, with over 77% of voting in favor? Drafted in just 133 days by a 48-member commission after the 1986 EDSA Revolution, the 1987 Constitution replaced the authoritarian 1973 Charter. It restored a democracy, re-establish a bicameral Congress, and enshrined civil liberties. The document took full effect on February 11, 1987, and continues to serve as the supreme law of the land, forming the foundation of the Philippines' post-EDSA democratic governance. Now today's viral story is a TikTok POV that has racked up 1.8 million views and 216,000 likes, showcasing a hilarious scenario between two guy friends. The clip imagines being invited to be the best man at your friend's wedding when all you really want to be is the bride. Netizens couldn't stop laughing at the full effort put into the gown and the over-the-top performance, with comments praising the creativity and humor. And that's all for now, mga katribu. Join us again at 1 o'clock p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.